So, Champions League match day 5 is done and dusted, and the dust has settled a little bit, and some big talking points going into the final day in soon. I don't know when it is, to be honest. But I have some stuff written down because I don't have that good of a memory. First, in Group A, Manchester City progress as the number 1 team, top of the group, and PSG are second. PSG are second. And obviously, as a biased Chelsea fan, that is worrying. I think looking at least how things stand right now, there's lots of upsets teams I didn't expect to be there, but potentially facing PSG because Chelsea are the top of the group. Just saying, PSG is second. Not looking forward to that draw. That's going to be very nervous because everyone will want to avoid PSG there. But yeah, it's yeah. I don't really have much to say to that. I didn't expect PSG to come second. I expected them originally when the team was first getting assembled, but to be top of the group. But yeah, it's progressed how it's progressed. Next one, in Group B, Liverpool have secured the top spot in perfect fashion, but it leaves for the other team to qualify. Porto, Milan, and Atletico can all win it. It's all to play for on the final day. And Dogfeld. That final day is going to be very entertaining. It's going to be like, because it's not like, oh, this one game. It's both games have to go the right way. I think Porto's sitting 1 point ahead of both of them, so they're in the driving seat, but yeah, it's all to play for. In Group C, probably the biggest surprise, at least on my end, Borussia Dortmund are out. They're into the Europa League. They can't qualify, and I mean, the initial reaction was just shock. Like, how the hell has that happened? It's Borussia Dortmund we're talking about. They have so many young, world-class players and talents. You expect them to get through, even if there was like me as the manager. But hey, they're out. But my next thought afterwards that was, that's probably the last time Haaland will be in a Dortmund kit on a Champions League night, because it was obviously his release clause comes into play at the end of the season, or like next summer or whatever it is, and I thought, yes, there's lots of attraction from other clubs like Real Madrid, Chelsea even, but if Dortmund definitely could build a dynasty with that team, is at least what I thought, because you've got young players like Jude Bellingham, they had Jadon Sancho, they've got Haaland, they've got Giovanni Reina, you've got so many good players. I thought he could have stayed and been the forefront of a competitive Dortmund team. It ain't working. It ain't working out. So I think that's Haaland's gone for the Champions League nights in Borussia Dortmund. That's my take from it. Group D, probably the saddest underdogs results is that Sheriff did not qualify through to the knockout stages. The fact that they were in a group with Real Madrid and Inter Milan, and I think it was after like day 2 or 3 or something, Sheriff was top of that table. You thought like, oh my god, this is going to be incredible. Sheriff are going to topple one of those elite teams, but hey, I'm pretty sure, I am confident that's their first ever Champions League appearance. And hey, they came third in a group with those teams, and off to the Europa League, and I'm sure everyone's favourite. Not favourites as in like betting favourites, but you're rooting for them, the underdogs. So sad and unlucky for Sheriff. Next one, Group E, the last real thing I want to talk about. Barcelona. I remember reading the headline of like Barcelona are in danger of not qualifying for the knockout stages for the first time since 2004, I want to say, or something. And I kind of read that and was like, oh really? Let's look at the group. Oh, they're coming second with two or 1 point ahead of the other team. Like, they need a draw and they qualify. That's easy. And then when I was looking at more news from today, and the big talking point was that Barcelona might not qualify. I'm like, what are they on about? They're versing Bayern in their last match. They're versing Bayern. That's Jesus Christ. It like more than likely it's going to be fine because Bayern Munich have secured top of the table. They're secured their place in the round of 16. They're not real, like, I very much doubt them to be that petty to be like fielding everyone like Lewandowski up top, Sane on the wings and stuff like that. They're gonna play like a very reserved B team because for them realistically it does not matter. But still, it's the fact that it's Bayern Munich going up against Barcelona. It's going to be very nerve-wracking for them, and it's going to make for a very entertaining fixture there. But yeah, the last thing, obviously, the other groups, F and G, I don't really have too much to think about for that one. And then H, let's go Chelsea. Unless we lose like 9-0 or something, we're secured. Wait, no, as long as we win, we've secured it because we've got the head. I'm overthinking it. Chelsea win, they get top of the table. I'm very confident in that. So,